I'm Kier.
I'm Haley.
And I'm Jay from Gallifrey Public Radio,
a podcast member of the Gonna Geek Network.
Just like the one you're listening to right now.
The opinions expressed are those of each individual.
Check out all the other podcasts at GonnaGeekNetwork.com.
And get ready, because geekiness begins in 3,
2,
1.
Stand by for a brand new episode of All Things Good and Nerdy, brought to you by the Gonna Geek Network. Bringing you the latest nerdy news and geekdom, here are the hosts of the show. Anthony.
No pants, all bacon and dick butts.
Naki.
That was the joke, you dumbass.
Willie.
You are a bad person.
Chris.
We should probably, do actual show stuff instead of talk about Willie.
And sometimes some special guests.
As Magneto once said, ha ha ha, welcome to die!
Meat candy, woohoo!
If you're a kid and listening, you rock and your parents are awful.
A brand new ATGN starts in 3, 2, 1.
Why does my right hand look a lot fatter than my left hand?
Because you've been punishing it?
No, I mean, just on the camera. Like, I'm looking at the camera, it looks a lot fatter there. I'm looking at it in person, it's like, it's not that big.
All right, Naki, you're going to have to take control and run this shit, or Willie's going to talk about his hand size.
All right, so anyways, Chris went and got himself sick. He should really stop making out with the subway poles. I don't know.
Don't tell him how to live his life.
I mean, he can do whatever he wants, but I mean, eating used gum off the subway poles is never a good plan, honestly.
Oh. This is what you wanted to go to, Bachman. This is exactly what you wanted to happen.
More than you talking about the size of your hands on camera.
So welcome, anyways, to All Things Good and Nerdy, episode 260, the one where Chris is sick, so Naki breaks everything. Although Chris is still here, he's here in spirit. You could see him in the chat room. You could see the ATGN logo up. He just can't talk. So
actually, he's not here in spirit. He's here in soundboard.
He's here in soundboard, so he'll probably make some noises at us at some point or another.
Which is better than spirit, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah, because then he gets to do all the Naki and Willie bumps.
That's true.
He does that anyway. This guy.
Yeah, but he'll do it more.
See?
Yeah, he'll do it more.
He already did it a lot.
I was going to say, he could technically, because there's so many episodes of us, he could probably piece everything he wants to say together from old episodes if he wanted to go around that. Like, that's just a lot of work, though, and that doesn't seem like Chris's style.
Like the South Park episode with Chef, this final episode.
Yeah, where they just piece shit together. Yeah, except this isn't Chris's final episode, because if Chris quits, then I definitely have to quit, because I'm not running this shit, so.
How about you, Bachman? You still in?
No, I'll just talk to myself on Sunday mornings.
The Willie Show!
Willie, I think you're just stupid.
So
there we go.
Yeah,
that's more than fair.
So how's everybody doing this week? Everybody good? Outside of Chris, who's dying?
Yeah. Since I'm not dying like Chris, I'm doing pretty good. I saw movies last night. I'm doing good.
I saw a movie last night.
I watched The Babadook last night. That was the first time I watched that. That was a good one.
No, it wasn't. It was boring as hell.
Australian horror is better than Japanese horror. I'll give them that.
If you can't tell, if you're not watching the live show, all my hair is gone. I have the mohawk back. And when I was getting this done yesterday, I was talking to our hairstylist about it, and we both agree that the reason why 1980s horror movies worked so much better, or like 80s and prior, so like we're talking like It and Friday the 13th and original horror. 80 whatever original horror movies work so much better is because it left a lot of stuff to the imagination. Where is that beeping noise? It's because like in It, you never actually saw the kids get killed or anything like that, so we're all curious on how this new remake.
Yeah, that was one thing. I finally went and saw Get Out. There was 2 showings of it yesterday at our big theater, so I went and saw that last night. And one of the things I was very disappointed by was the previews. The previews were for Valerian, the City of a Thousand Worlds, the remake of It, and the remake after the sequel of Amityville Horror, because they're redoing that shit again.
I can't believe they're making it again.
Yeah. They're doing it again?
They're doing it again. So I was like, okay, so you have a movie based on a graphic novel, nothing original from Hollywood there, a remake of a movie that's already been done based on a Stephen King book, Nothing original from Hollywood there. And a remake of fucking Amityville again. So it was 3 previews with not one drop of anything creative coming out of Hollywood. Just them either remaking something or taking someone else's idea. And I think what's bugging me the most about it is the fact that they're trying to make the clown look scary, which defeats the purpose. Pennywise was supposed to look like a nice clown. What made him scary was fucking Tim Curry.
Well, I mean, if they're gonna, because we can't. From what it's been said, it's been based more on the book this time, right? So
yeah, supposedly.
that means we're gonna get other forms other than Pennywise the clown. So it'll be interesting. We'll see what happens there. So, but with the talk of remakes, shall we roll into news of the week? Because I've got news of the week. Yay! Let's do news of the week. Chris, that's a bump for you.
I'm on the wrong screen. 1 second.
He's here.
Live from the ATGN studios on the internet. It's the news of the week.
Good job, Ghost Chris. You did it. We're very proud of you. So I'm just gonna do my news of the week because this works out very perfectly. Oh, that beeping noise is coming from the Gonna Geek website. Because I'm on our chat room on Gonna Geek Live, and it's like every time that beep comes up, it's from the website.
Oh, is somebody posting? You're getting a notification sound?
I don't know. I don't know where to turn that off at. Hang on. Sorry. No.
Shame.
No, I have it all turned off. So no. Aha.
This is your news of the week,
No,
Naki?
this is not, but I figured it out and I got it all saved. There we go. The beeping noise should stop. Okay. Anyways, so my news of the week is Hellboy is being rebooted with the guy from Stranger Things, David Harbour, playing Hellboy.
Which one's that? Was he the sheriff?
He was the sheriff.
The drunk sheriff.
That means no more Ron Perlman. Also, no Del Toro. Neil Marshall is the one who is coming in as the director. He was the director for The Descent. He's been on Game of Thrones. And it looks like the working title of it so far is Hellboy: Rise of the Blood Queen, and has a script by Andrew Cosby, Christopher Golden, and Hellboy creator Mike Mignola. So it looks like that they're just continuing with a new actor and a new director. It doesn't look like that it's not going to be like a reboot, like a titled, because what I'm reading in the different like I put in the show notes, I put The Hollywood Reporter, but there's been a few articles that come out. It kind of looks like that they're continuing the series just without Del Toro and Perlman. So I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? I'm mixed feelings on it.
Willie, you have an opinion on this?
I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm gonna miss Ron Perlman, but hey, there's 2 movies I can go back to with him.
Yeah, it's just it's one I'm having trouble being excited about. Like, that actor's great. I think it's a good pick, but just I mean, no Del Toro, no Perlman. I'd say no Hellboy. Like, those 2 together make fantastic films. They sadly didn't fucking rake in the box office dollars that those films should have made because they're both really fucking entertaining. But I don't know. It's just
I'm gonna have to disagree with you highly here because Hellboy was not those 2. Hellboy is what, Mike? How you ever pronounce his last name?
Mignola.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean,
he's Hellboy. I mean,
Doug Jones as Abe Sapien. Was one of my favorite parts, on all honesty, too. Like, I love Doug Jones, but they haven't specified if he's going to be in it or not.
I'll say, is Doug Jones coming back? Because if they're literally saying that nobody is coming back whatsoever, because Del Toro is the reason that you got those worlds that you got. He sets up crews that create, like, what was it, Troll Alley? Like, on the DVD extras for the Golden Army, there's like a 4-hour tour of him going through and showing you the shit that they created for Troll Alley that never even made it on film. Like, Del Toro knows how to build worlds.
He does it very well, too, because if you've seen Pan's Labyrinth or Pacific Rim,
Pacific Rim, all his movies, he goes so in depth for the pre-visualization, the pre-production stuff. It's just, I don't know. I have nothing to say bad about the actor and the director that are taking over, but goddamn, they have some big shoes to fill.
Del
I'm ready
Toro
for it.
he's back on working on Pacific Rim 2. So
Hopefully.
he might have literally just been too busy, you know.
Could be. Plus, yeah, I think he's got because he still works on what is it, The Strain, and like 9 other projects. Because he's one of those guys that's always working on 9 different things.
Yep. I agree. So, I mean, it could be a good thing in the sense that he's not going to stretch himself too thin, because we want Pacific Rim 2 to take off as well as Pacific Rim 1, even though it's kind of a cult movie at this point. Because I don't think it raked it. Well, it didn't rake in the box office dollars that they wanted it to.
Which is sad because it's giant robots punching giant monsters. What the fuck more do you people want?
Right.
It was the best live action anime ever.
It was a thing of beauty.
I do have to argue with you, Willie, on that one, just because of all the Fast and the Furious movies. Those are basically live action animes.
No, the Black Avengers.
I mean, Jesus Christ, man. I'm going to need a minority report on that one.
No. Just so y'all know, my online friends Julian Lytle and Sean Pryor always refer to the Fast and the Furious movies as the Black Avengers, because those movies that basically at this point, they're all superhuman. I mean, The Rock and Vin Diesel can knock each other through concrete walls in a fist fight. Those are not things that normal human people can do. Their cars fly from building to building. They are fucking superheroes.
Hold on a second. Vin Diesel's black?
I believe he's mixed, isn't he?
I'm not actually sure, because his name isn't Vin Diesel.
No, his name is Vincent whatever, but
no, it's not. It's like Mark.
It's Vincent whatever?
Isn't I thought it was actually Vincent something.
Who has the last name of whatever?
People that go to Hollywood and change it.
That's fair. And I do want to backtrack a little bit.
Yeah, it's Mark Sinclair.
Mark Sinclair. Well, no wonder he goes by Vin Diesel.
I do want to backtrack a bit because we talked about Abe Sapien and Doug Jones. You also got to give props to David Hyde Pierce. You can't just leave that motherfucker out of it.
That's true. You have to give it to David Hyde Pierce too. Why not?
I mean, what was that movie? The Dinner Guest or the Perfect Host?
Perfect Host. Oh, that was fantastic. Movie. Is that still on Netflix? If people haven't seen that, go watch that.
I don't know that movie.
It was on Netflix, but that's how I saw
Niles as a psychopath, basically.
Interesting.
No, it goes creepier than psychopath. Like, there's people not even there he's talking to. It's
like, that's what I do anyways. So there's that.
It's good stuff. Yeah, it's definitely good stuff.
So continuing on, Anthony, what is your news of the week?
My news of the week is we have 2 casting names for the X-Men New Mutants film. So Fox is moving forward with all their spin-offs, trying to squeeze as much money out of the X letters they can, so that they eventually won't have to sell any of the rights back to Marvel. So they're moving forward with a New Mutants film to keep the X franchises going. And we have Anya Taylor-Joy and Maisie Williams have been cast in the New Mutants film. Anya Taylor-Joy is the girl from Split, who is the main character in that. And then, what was the other one? She did another one, too. That was a big deal.
Ha! Beep is no longer me. That's somebody else.
But Taylor-Joy was playing Magic, so she's Colossus's little sister, the one who has a demon soul sword, and what is it? She teleports, and she's also what was it? She disappears for a while in the early stories of the New Mutants, and when she comes back, she's like the goddess of Limbo. Like, she takes over the Limbo dimension. Like, she's a total badass.
So she can bend down really low and go underneath the stick?
Somebody beat up Willie.
Limbo the dimension.
Somebody hit Willie with a stick.
I picked you up before. Don't forget that.
Oh, it was the Witch. She was also the main character in the Witch. That's what it was. And then Maisie Williams.
Vivitch?
Yeah, the Vivitch. Maisie Williams, everybody's favorite Stark, Arya Stark, the world's littlest badass, the fantasy version of fucking Bruce Wayne, who is gonna hopefully kick some ass next year, is playing Wolfsbane. So she will get to have a crazy Scottish accent, play a little girl who was raised to think that all supernatural creatures are evil because she's uber Catholic, and then she becomes a werewolf and self-hating, basically.
So werewolves is a mutant power?
Yeah.
Technically, I mean, wouldn't you think of that as some sort of genetic mutation?
Because I believe she's born with it. She doesn't get bit.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
I
Like
wouldn't
one
say,
of,
I don't know, a genetic mutation. I mean, you have to be bit by a werewolf. It's more like a disease.
I mean,
just
Would you say
said
munism
born
is a disease?
with it. She wasn't. She wasn't.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
that's what I said. I already said that, Willie.
Too
Don't
late.
take my
I said
joke.
it again.
Don't take my joke, Willie.
You're taking my name in vain underneath your lower third, so I don't care.
But the other good news was in the article in the Hollywood Reporter, they said that they're taking extra time. Fox is making serious efforts, Naki will like this, to find ethnically appropriate artists, conducting wide searches for Native Americans to play Moonstar and a South American for Sunspot.
Oh,
So
dang.
Da Costa and Moonstar, Danny Moonstar, will hopefully actually be played by actors of the ethnicity of the characters in the comics.
Woohoo!
And
That would be exciting.
Here's the real good thing. All the characters that they're talking about for New Mutants are actual New Mutants characters from the comic book New Mutants.
Wait.
Oh,
wait,
jeez,
but
I know where this is
Anthony,
going.
What about Squirrel Girl?
Yeah,
Fuck
Squirrel
Squirrel
Girl.
Girl.
I would.
I want that to be my new intro for the show, Chris. Fuck Squirrel Girl and the Great Lakes Avenger.
Happily.
I mean, I've got the Squirrel Girl pop figure like right there.
Yeah.
That's sexy,
This guy's
sexy
creepy.
tail. You goddamn right I am.
Yeah, he is.
Okay,
But
Willie.
that's what I had.
Willie, go. I'm rushing this show today.
You want me to go? You want me to leave?
Yes.
Yeah, get out.
Anyways,
Get out.
Anthony and I can have a conversation.
I mean, I didn't really have any news of the week prepared up because I'm lazy and I didn't really see anything this week.
God
You guys
damn
took
it, Willie.
everything. But
What are you talking about? Rock 2020. I gave it to you.
I put
what the hell's
3.
Rock 2020? Oh yeah, I don't care about that. I wouldn't vote for him.
Why?
Because he's a dumbass.
You would vote. Would you vote for our current Cheeto?
No, I mean, but neither of them really have any political, experience. So I mean, it's like
Apparently that's no longer a requirement, according to 40 million dumbass Americans.
Anyways,
Jesus
this is not
Christ, tone it down.
This is not a political show, but in any case, The Rock wants to run for president. I did Willie's news of the week. There we go.
I mean, I had something to say, but I mean, if you want to take it, go ahead.
I will totally vote for The Rock in 2020.
Anyways, Willie, what's your news of the week?
I mean, I was going to go political with it a little bit because I started delivering for my work to this new place, and driving to it, it's I have to pass by this gigantic flagpole, and you want to try and take a wild guess what gigantic flag is on the said flagpole?
Is it a Cheeto?
Let's see.
No.
Are you below the Mason-Dixon?
Yeah, I'm in North Carolina, so
I was
yes.
gonna say he's in North Carolina, so yes.
I'm pretty sure it's the most famous loser flag in the country.
I know it is, and Chris had it right in the comments over there. Yes, it's the rebel flag, the old stars and bars, as they would say. And I just want to say that is the dumbest fucking shit if you fly that fucking flag. I mean, what really blows my mind is when people fly that flag and the American flag. That makes no fucking sense because the Confederacy was a separate country that tried to break off. If you think about it, you're a fucking traitor.
Not tried. They did. They broke off. They fought a war and they lost.
I know, and the losers don't get to write what happened in the history books. And that's just a fact. No, but think about it. Flying the American and the rebel flag, that's like flying a North Korean flag and a South Korean flag. It makes no fucking goddamn sense.
Agreed.
Chris, I have to agree with Chris's comment in the chat room. He says fake news, Willie.
This is fake news. This is real stuff that happened.
Just an alternative fact. You lost, get over it,
Oh,
says
God
Low Life
damn it.
Otaku.
Oh, I hate all those terms.
Well, so are we saying Chris is a Confederate appeaser? Is that what we're saying? Let's start this.
No, so anyways, let's get back to the nerd.
No, I got one thing. One more thing. What when you think of a Southern state, which do you think is more backwoods Southern, West Virginia or North Carolina?
Both.
I've never been to either. Kind of. I mean, I technically have been, but I don't remember them.
I've never lived south of Colorado, so you're all a bunch of hillbillies to me.
Chris says West Virginia was part of the Union, so suck it.
Shut you chicken leg of a state.
Chicken leg of a state? That's where you're going? Chicken leg?
Look at it. It looks like a damn chicken leg, a fried chicken leg.
But fried chicken legs are fucking delicious. So
I will give you that.
This is
But I'm a
true.
thigh man. Those thighs.
Yeah.
Sucking
All right.
on them, getting all the juice all over the lips.
Willie, I was gonna tell you to read the promo of the week, but
I feel dirty after doing that.
All right, I'll follow your thing. Are you ready for it?
All right, Willie, do the promo.
Let me get my voice ready. This week, I will promo In Defense Of, episode 36, Between the Panels. Joined by Jeremy Raddick and Danica LeBlanc, they discuss the role of comic books in social relevance. And for the first time, back to you, Naki.
Whoa, that was weird.
And I like what Sailor Poland put in the chat room. Welcome to Florida. The more north you get, the more south it gets.
That's.
I do like how I changed "we discuss" to "they discuss" because I was about to say, "Wait, we don't discuss that; they do."
We don't discuss that. If you guys can't tell, I have been burning through this episode because I am on the hard line 1 hour mark, but we actually have only got through a half an hour. So,
I know you just like zoomed past this. Jesus.
So,
Naki, the economic choice. I see.
I was gonna say, Chris, you're welcome. I have shown you how to do this now.
I've only smoked one cigarette so far. Jesus.
We could do more comics advice. Chris just forwarded me the email from what was the fan's name? I can't remember the guy who emailed us. Rocky, asking about a comic book recommendations. And he replied saying specifically he was interested in Captain America, Deadpool, Black Widow, and Iron Man. I don't know if any of us have any specific examples for those characters other than the Winter Soldier stuff for Captain America.
Deadpool, what is it called? It's the Hit Monkey comics. Those are my favorites. Is the Deadpool Hit Monkey.
I think they have that collected in a trade.
Yeah, that series. It's not necessary. It's just a fun series to read for Deadpool. Of the necessary Deadpool, I would definitely say the Merc with a Mouth, Merc with a Mouth trades. I've been told the current run has been pretty decent. I'm actually far behind in that. And always, I'm also a big fan of Spidey Pool, so those team ups are fun too.
Nice. I was thinking, I'm not sure about Black Widow. I can't remember if there was a Brubaker run on Black Widow or not. If there is, that would be worth picking up. Deadpool, I actually really enjoyed the original run, like the very first post New Mutants when he got his own first series, and they introduced like the teleporting belt, and you got to meet Blind Al. And, all of the weird sidekicks, and they added, just when they started actually filling out these secondary characters, Deadpool, a lot of that stuff is what was taken to make the first movie. And then Iron Man, it's Demon in a Bottle and Extremis. Those
Demon
two
in a Bottle is a really good one. Yeah.
It is old school though. It's like 70s Marvel, so it's one of those ones like you have to go back and reread it in the mindset of when the book was written, because real wordy word balloons, very different artwork. And then the Extremist, the Warren Ellis version, where they basically made Tony Stark superpowered, where he gets genetic modification to see through satellites and control a liquid suit that he keeps inside of his bones. Like it's fucking crazy.
There's
How does
also
he get out of his bones.
He mentally controls it like Magneto moving metal. Like literally, he has hollow pockets in his bones where his liquid metal suit is stored, and when he thinks about it, it pours out of his skin and covers his body, and he becomes Iron Man. It's fucking crazy.
That has to hurt. I mean, just the logistics of it in real life.
Well,
Why?
I mean, think of it like Wolverine. It always hurts.
Yeah. Hurts every time.
But he doesn't have a healing factor at all.
That's why he drinks.
There's
actually, that too. As a huge fan of Iron Man, the Ultimates, when they did the first run of the Ultimates in the Ultimate Universe, where Tony Stark's suit is more like a jet fighter, and he has to be shit-faced drunk before he'll get into it because he's scared of what he can do when he's in the suit. That was a very cool take on Tony Stark.
Oh, and I do one of my earlier nerd blocks. I think the one I got before this one. It's kind of weird to think about now. They gave you Stark Industries whiskey glasses. and the little rocks that you can put in the freezer so keep it cold. Like,
well, in the movies, like, he does
back.
drink constantly, and they kind of did a little reference to
Oh,
Demon in the Ball, the second one, but not really. Like, they didn't make him a full-on alcoholic.
That was dumb. I was like, that's what you guys did with that. You could have done a much better job and made a whole bigger deal. Hopefully, they're still looking to do that.
They might. Like, honestly, for Iron Man, one of my favorites was actually the rescue line, which is about Pepper Potts.
Oh yeah, when she gets the full,
where she gets
the full defense suit.
Right.
Yeah, when that was good. When Tony became director of S.H.I.E.L.D. post Civil War I, he was going through a bunch of shit, and then when he had to erase his mind because the registration superhero list was kept in his head. He was the only one who knew who everybody was, and I think Doom was trying to get it. Like, I think so. Basically, all the supervillains were trying to attack him and get the list.
I think Doom was the one that made him officially erase the memory, though.
Yeah, and so Tony Stark went on the run and started erasing his mind. Which, that whole line of comics was really good. That was another one of the relaunches for Invincible Iron Man. And it starts with him on the run, and he's going to all these hidden locations he has around the world with all these different computers and erasing parts of his mind. And while all of that's happening, Pepper Potts gets notified, "Hey, here's a suit for you that's fully defensive." And it's only designed to help and rescue people, and ends up calling the suit Rescue.
Chris says it's Storm Norman Osborn.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was Osborn. Yeah, Osborn was coming for him.
So he did an REO Speedwagon and he took it on the run.
Yep.
Shut up, Willie. There was some good in the chat room. Hang on. The Low Life Otaku says the Marvel Black run of the Punisher was really good, which I agree. That one was a good one. He wants it to be the base for the Netflix show, which that would actually be kind of cool.
Marvel Black run. Which one was that? The Marvel Knights was when he was a ghost killer. I don't know which one's the Marvel
ghost killer, like a literal ghost.
Like, he literally died. And when they gave Joe Quesada the Marvel Knights characters, that was when they were all third strings and like nobody knew who Daredevil was, and so nobody cared. So Quesada and Palmati took over. It was a Daredevil, Moon Knight, the Inhumans, Punisher, and Black Panther. They gave them all 5 titles, and they did the Marvel Knights line. And the last thing that had happened in the Punisher storyline was Frank Castle had died. And so they're like, well, we're not going to say that he didn't die. So what are we going to do? So they brought Frank Castle back from the dead as a reanimated like ghost, and he had this weird symbol on his forehead, and he had ghost powers that allowed him to access Heaven's armory, basically, and he could whip up ghost guns. It was some of the weirdest shit ever.
Heaven's armories?
I only read like the first 3 or 4.
So,
like, it was.
Are we talking about the flaming sword of Gabriel here?
No, I'm talking like, for some odd reason, whatever heaven Frank Castle went to, there was a lot of fucking guns.
What the fuck?
They turned him into the supernatural version of the character Bloodsport from the DC universe, who can teleport guns to his hand from anywhere.
I was gonna say, isn't that a DC character?
Yeah, except also Bloodsport was a super racist who only liked killing black people.
Yeah,
which was a very different character.
Yeah. Chris says in the chat room, some really good reads for Black Widow is Deadly Origin 1 through 4 and Homecoming 1 through 6. I actually have never read a Black Widow comic. I've read her team ups with, but like Hawkeye, Black Widow team ups I've read. But I've never actually I think I only read like her first like couple that came out a couple years ago when I was still working at the comic shop. But I don't think I actually read
just a few.
I can't say that I actually picked up Black Widow because
Okay. Low Life Otaku said he thinks it lists as the Punisher from 2004 to 2008. I guess is the Marvel Black Punisher.
I started reading then. I don't remember any dead Frank Castle there.
No, I'm talking about a different one. That's the Marvel Knights Punisher. That was different. Actually, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, there was a great one after the Marvel Knights stuff. Punisher went away for a while. When they brought him back, Garth Ennis. The Boys, and
I remember that one.
Every fantastic fucking comic book ever written, like Preacher. He did a storyline called Welcome Back Frank that was with the same artist that he did Preacher with. And that is a lot of the basis for the Thomas Jane Punisher movie. Yep. That's where you got the Russian. That's where you got, Frank back in the classic suit. and it's Frank attacking the mob. That might have been the best reintroduction of a character I've ever seen in comics history. Like, that was fucking fantastic.
I honestly
go ahead.
With the Punisher, I tend to like his little miniseries. Like, they have like it'll be like 3 issues or something like that. Those tend to be really good.
Yeah, well, Punisher has the biggest problem in comics is that he doesn't have a returning villain.
Right, he's really good as a short character. Although he was in what was that team up comic with him and Red Hulk and Deadpool? What's the name of that comic?
I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, because they had Red She-Hulk and Red Hulk and Ghost Rider and Punisher and Venom were all in it for a while together.
Right. What was the name of that?
Yeah,
series?
I saw images of it, but I never read it.
That series actually wasn't that bad. It was not great by any means because it wasn't that. I mean, obviously we can't remember the name of it, but it wasn't super bad. Low Life Attacker says, "Oh shit, it's my bad. It's called Marvel Max." So
yeah, that's what I was
gonna
say before you interrupted me, Naki.
Sorry, Willie.
I was like, but then he said it before I get it. I have most of those.
Yeah, the miniseries are usually better because it's one of the determining factors in comics. Great heroes are determined by their villains. Spider-Man is much better because of Doc Ock and Electro and Norman Osborn and the Goblins and the Hobgoblins and all that stuff. Batman is so much better because of the Joker and because of his Rogues Gallery. The Flash, the Rogues Gallery, the guys that are actually called that. They make
Boomerang.
Better heroes. And so Frank Castle's, it's always been his biggest problem for writers to address is that when Frank Castle sets his eyes on a target, he fucking kills them. That's how his stories go. So you have like Jigsaw's been redone a couple of times, and I think he's faced off with Barracuda 3 or 4 times and not actually killed him. But
Bushwhacker? Isn't that a character?
But hasn't he killed Bushwhacker? I think, and then they've just redone him.
I just remember Bushwhacker from the PS2 Punisher game, which is very awesome.
But it's Frank Castle's biggest flaw is that the character is designed to murder his enemies, which is the basis of the character. So he works great for a miniseries, not so awesome for ongoing, because if you're a Punisher villain, you die.
I agree with Low Life Otaku.
Yeah, Low Life Otaku can kiss my ass.
He says The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl is a must read for those of you not listening live.
That sexy tale.
Fuck Squirrel Girl.
Anyways,
you already said it.
There's a series called The Trial of Frank Castle. That one was a good one too.
I never read that.
It was another 3 issue one. It's Punisher's getting taken to trial for all the shit he did.
For a couple thousand counts of murder.
You both talked at the same time.
Oh, is She-Hulk his lawyer?
I actually think Jennifer is.
Jennifer Lawrence?
No.
Jennifer Walters. I think, or she makes an appearance. I want to say something like that. That one was another series that I remember reading. I read a lot of the miniseries of the Punisher. I can't say that he did have one that I remember that was kind of a long one that I never read. I also liked Punisher 2099. That one was super ridiculous. It has one of the best comic panels ever, where it shows the guy who becomes the Punisher in that world. He's like flying out of a building, and the panel like notation says something along the lines of, "I don't need a jetpack. I have hatred." Like as if his hatred is so powerful, it's making him fly. Like,
is that how Superman flies? Because they never really explain how he flies.
Superman flies from the power of the sun.
And anti-gravity.
How? What does that?
He's an alien. Space magic.
But yeah, there's some good stuff in the Punisher 2099 one, because they have the writer spent a lot of time thinking of like super future weapons. So like he has a stick that tensile strength changes when you twist it, and so it could be like a Nerf stick all the way up to titanium. And like he's literally beating a guy with it, and you're hearing Frank's or the Punisher's thoughts, and he's saying something about how it can be, really easy to not hurt somebody all the way up to titanium, but I wouldn't know because I've never used the lower settings. And like he's literally like bashing a dude's head in with it. And then there was a fantastic one where this guy had a super personal force field that stopped bullets. So Frank kept trying to kill this guy because he was a prick, and it was set up to where basically these rich people had force fields that could stop any bullet. So anything traveling at them super fast just bounced off. And so he literally catches the kid in an alley and pulls out a knife. He's like, all right, I'll just have to stab you slow. It's like, motherfucker's crazy.
That stick idea is funny as hell. I can just see it now. He goes up to somebody and hits him, but it does like a little carnival inflatable toy, goes squeak. And he's like, whoa, what just happened? Oh, all right, I can find the titanium. Bam. Broken jaw and teeth.
It was just so funny. I can't remember who wrote that series, but they did everything to like put little bits of just really crude, morbid humor in it, and it made it a really fun read.
Lil Life Otaku says in the chat the Gail Simone run of Red Sonja is one of his favorites. I read the first couple issues. I'm just not a Red Sonja fan, I think is the problem. So I didn't get into it. But I've been told that.
Red?
What?
Says the person wearing red.
I'm wearing a Steven Universe shirt.
It's red.
I thought I was advertising for Carl's Jr.
No.
Hardee's, motherfucker. Hardee's.
Oh yeah, I've had Hardee's. Okay.
It's the same thing. It's the same place. I don't know why it's called something different in different parts of the country. It makes no fucking sense.
Because out here we don't have Hardee's. We have Carl's Jr.
But no, it's owned and operated by the same fucking company. They just said, let's just change the names in the western part of the country. Why not?
I don't think we have that here. We've got Checkers.
It's the same logo and everything.
Which is the same thing as Rallies, apparently.
See, and we don't have Checkers or Rallies out here. I miss Rallies.
Oh, Steak and Shake. Oh, you guys don't have Cookouts either. Cookouts are awesome.
We have Steak and Shake.
Oh, no, but I mean, Cookouts. Oh, my God. You guys don't know what you're missing. They get like a fast food Steak and Shake. But more emphasis on barbecue.
Steak and Shake is fast
No,
food.
like fat. Like you like this only drive through. That's all it is. You can't go in and sit down or anything.
Low Life Otaku says Anne Bonnie by Tim Yates is fun, but he's not sure if it's continuing. What do you call the best foods mayo? Willie.
What?
What do you call best foods mayo?
I have no idea. I hear words. They don't go together.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what you're talking. I don't
know if that's really in the deep south.
Suncast says Rallies is terrible. Yeah, which I have to agree with. We've got a Checkers like right down the street here, and it's awful. Chris has Red Burrito Hardee's. Suncast says Steak and Shake is awesome. My brother worked at one for like 3 years, so I got a lot of free shakes from that. Chris likes Five Guys. I didn't like Five Guys.
It was all right. It wasn't nothing to write home about. I mean,
I thought it was greasy.
It's I love greasy, but I mean, look at me.
Yeah, Five Guys was something that was talked up big time, and then when they opened up here in Boise, I was disappointed because it was like, okay, it's a burger and fries. What do you fucking do? Like,
exactly.
It was nothing special.
Chris is gonna fire all of us. So he says blast.
Oh well.
But I had my first Five Guys a couple of years ago. It was the only time I've ever had it, and the fries are good, but I mean they're just home cut. Like that's the thing. It's like home cut fries are the best. So
I hate steak cut fries. I hate those for the passion.
I'm fine with those when I'm going to Red Robin, sit down with a basket of them and cover them in their seasoned salt.
Oh no, that's
the ex-wife worked at a Red Robin. Please don't mention that.
That's a steak fry. A steak fry is like when it's like that, and then the home cut fries is when you just take a potato and you go like that under through a masher, and that's when you get the long fries.
Oh, the long ones. Yeah.
I like waffle fries. Those are the best.
I was so disappointed. My movie theater, that is like the Bruin View, like where there's a restaurant inside the movie theater. They stopped serving waffle fries, and now they just have regular old crinkle cut. And I'm like, my waffle fries.
Ooh, Chris has a point. Curly fries. Thank you, Arby's.
Yeah, curly fries is the best.
But I do want to mention this. Any restaurant or fast food place that has bacon cheese fries and you use that nasty liquid cheese, fuck you. You use shredded cheese and you melt that shit down onto it.
Even Wendy's uses shredded cheese.
No, they use that liquid cheese. I got it from there once. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Oh no, not the place. Not the Wendy's by me. They use the shredded cheese. It was great.
Must depend on which one you go to.
Yeah.
And Hams, the restaurant called Hams. Oh my god, they have the best bacon cheese fries ever. Waffle fries, and they use the melted shredded cheese and oh my god. And you just like pick up it's like a plate of cheese and bacon made out of potatoes. It's like delicious.
Welcome to the All Things Good and Drive-Through discussion.
It's not a drive-thru place. That's a sit-down place.
Suncast says Chick-fil-A is good. I've never actually had Chick-fil-A, so I don't know.
Well, hey, if you want it now, you can't have it because it's fucking Sunday.
Oh yeah, they're the real religious one, right?
Yeah,
like
they're the ones that the CEO got in trouble for donating to anti-gay organizations.
Oh, yeah. I knew that there was a reason that I've never had Chick-fil-A, so it's fine.
I mean, do I really care? No, because that fucking chicken sandwich is so goddamn good. That Chick-fil-A sandwich.
But don't they put pickles on their sandwiches?
Yeah, it's the best part.
Yep. Well, what was it? The damn comedian in Clerks 2. You can't taste racism.
Wanda Sykes' husband in the movie.
Yeah, Wanda Sykes. I think was it Earthquake? I can't remember the comedian's name.
I don't.
But yeah, I love that line. He's like, but baby, I'm hungry. You can't taste racism.
And in all fairness, he didn't know he was being racist.
I mean,
I've never heard the term porch monkey before in my life. I had no idea it was an actual racist slur. I was lost in the joke. I was like, what's going on?
Growing up in Idaho, I'd heard that term before.
See,
North Carolina, I've never heard it.
I didn't know that I learned that it was a racist term before only because I used to call everybody a monkey. Like, I didn't think about it. Everybody was a monkey. And
I call kids monkeys.
Yeah, they're monkeys. Like, whatever. But somebody pointed out to me, like, you can't say that. That guy's black. I was like, I call everybody a monkey. They're like, no, you can't say that. That guy's black. I was like, so I had to look it up because I was like, oh, I had no idea.
Yeah. You gotta be careful. Sometimes people are unintentionally racist. They don't mean it. It's just something you say.
We were watching Patton Oswalt yesterday. He has a new comedy special up on Netflix. I think it was filmed prior to Trump being elected. Because he was saying how much he wanted a woman president. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Oh, I think I've already seen that one. Is what was it? Clapping for talking?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But he's like, I am an old white cis male and I want to help, but please stop yelling at me because I don't know all the correct terms. They change daily. I'm sorry. I'm 3 weeks behind.
Thank you.
You keep making up shit, making up words, making up terms. Everybody can't be expected to be up on them at the moment, every moment of every fucking day.
I mean,
so much shit on
but if somebody tells you,
pisses me off.
But if somebody tells you, like, hey, that's not a correct term, and they're polite about it, and it's like, oh, my bad, I'm sorry, I'll fix myself. Like,
yeah, that's different than the people will, the internet. Let's just get aggro about everything.
Right.
Fuck those people. They deserve to die.
No.
See, like,
no, I'm dead serious. Fuck those people. If you're gonna hate someone just for what they are, fuck you.
I apologize for the motorcycle that decided to run back.
I thought someone was sliding a chair. I was like, what?
I thought Naki was having a drag race in her house.
No, earlier today there was bagpipes. There was a parade going on.
I kind
Not
of wish
sure
I heard that.
Why. If you follow me on Snapchat, you can hear it. But yeah, there's that. So Lowlife Otaku, going back to our old conversation, says that he misses the double down from the KFC. I actually did try that once. It was a heart attack on a sandwich.
Yeah.
So it was delicious then?
It was delicious.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, it was good, but it was
I missed it.
Terrible for
do
you.
They still have those?
Nope, they're gone.
No. Yeah.
No. I want what kind of cheese do they use?
I think it was 2 slices
American?
of Swiss.
Oh, Swiss?
No,
Okay.
you could ask for whatever.
Because if it was American, fuck that. Fuck American cheese. It's
you're right.
Cheese of all kind.
Yeah, that was a heart attack
American
in between
cheese.
2 pieces of chicken, but yeah, it was really freaking good.
I mean, I used to love American cheese, and then I turned 7. I was like, this is shit.
We're about to get into what I'm into, so there we go. So here, Chris, bump what I'm into.
Oh, already?
It's 10 minutes to the end.
Are we not discussing spoilers for Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
We'll wait for
isn't
Chris.
a bump for what I'm into.
Shh, Chris.
Naki just got told.
Wait.
Listen to the podcast you're on.
Bump. Okay,
There we
go,
go.
Naki.
We did it. Okay, so
This is what I'm into. What are you
really,
into?
I think you're just stupid.
You're welcome.
So I'm starting ketogenic dieting because I was going through the different styles of dieting, and that one's the easiest for me to just trans into.
What is it?
Ketogenic. So it's high fat, mid protein, low carb. So I get like 177 grams of fat, 140 grams of protein, and 25 carbs a day, which is enough for all of my veggies. Like I can continue eating veggies. It's why I couldn't figure out Atkins, because how could I not eat a salad, but I can eat a pound of bacon? So like that never like transferred to me, but like the fact that I could still eat veggies made this one like more acceptable to me. So today's breakfast was 2 eggs with like all different kinds of cheeses because there's no carbs. It's great. And spinach and ham. Again, my net carbs for this was 0.2. So hooray.
What percentage is that?
Out of 25 grams of carbs, that would be
not much.
Not much. Not much. I'm not doing that math right now. It's Sunday.
We get scientific here, y'all.
No.
But so that's the biggest thing that I'm getting into is like learning how to cook ketogenically, which just means like the biggest thing I have to cut out is potatoes and sweets, because I love sweets, but potatoes mostly. And which that'll be difficult, but I think I can handle it. And other than that, I'm still stuck on the final boss of Undertale. It's pissing me off because I'm trying to not fight.
Kill him.
No killing. No killing. No. Because this is the passive run. Once I start killing, I'll let you know.
Weren't you doing that like 2 years ago? Didn't you start this?
I started it and then I never went back to it. And now I finally got back to it. Now I'm in the end boss.
I even watched you on Twitch doing it. That was so long ago. That was like 2 houses ago.
Yeah, I was bad. But I'm trying to get better at gaming, like just in general, without being on the PS4, because I don't have PS4 Live anymore, or whatever it's called.
Plus, God damn it.
Sorry, Willie.
No, you're not. Don't lie to me.
You're right. I'm not. Other than that, that's it. Go, Anthony's. Jesus. I'm the best host ever. Shut up, Willie.
Bachman, let's turn this into a Guardians of the Galaxy spoiler cast. Let's just turn it into it right now.
Wait for Chris next week, despite the fact that I won't be here.
3 weeks after the fact.
Jeez. Yeah, I'm getting caught up on all my superhero shows, which also, we didn't mention, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. got renewed, so it is coming back.
Yes!
So, hell yeah. That show has gotten nothing but better and better and better. The escape from the Matrix, or what is it, the framework? Yeah, the
Matrix,
framework, because they can't call it the Matrix. It's fucking Matrix. Yeah, the escape from the Matrix episodes have been goddamn fantastic. And then the end of last episode's big spoilers. They showed what was his name, Luna's come back. The portal opens up after the base is destroyed, and motherfucking the Flaming Skull Ghost Rider walks his ass out, whips his little flame chain around his suit, and walks away. It's like, fuck yeah! Oh, that character is done so well on that show. I love the actor that plays him.
Just fucking turn to a goddamn Netflix show. I don't really care for ABC Family. Just turn to fucking Netflix so we can get some fucking penance stare for reals.
But yeah, just the idea, next season we'll have more Robbie Ray as Ghost Rider and more Quake. It's just a damn fun show. Supergirl's been good. People are pissed off about the Flash because it's another speedster versus speedster, but well, it's the Flash. Anybody who doesn't have super speed can't really fight Barry. So the writers can only do so much.
I've seen a bunch of episodes where he just like, how do you not see this shit coming? Do you not have super reaction too? This doesn't make sense.
It only works if you can see it. The only way
Just
you can attack
run
the
and
Flash
punch
is
him.
from behind. But anyways, I went out and saw Get Out last night, which that was really good. I'm glad I saw that in the theater. I mentioned the trailers in front of it sucked because Hollywood has no original ideas. But hey, Peele does, so I hope he keeps making movies, because for a directorial debut, it was a fantastic movie and super fucking creepy. Then I had been good and been avoiding Walmart for the past couple of months, but after I left the theater last night, I stopped to check the $5 movie bin. I spent about $35 and picked up, I think, 11 movies. So one of them was like a 4-movie pack. But one of them was I spent $5 and picked up Gravity. So I watched Gravity when I got home, and
How was that one? I never saw it.
It was good. It's a crazy ass flick. It's like as things are starting, like it jumps right into what you think would be almost like the end of the movie. Like it really just like it starts, balls to the wall from the beginning all the way through. There's like it's very tense. Like through the whole movie, you're like, they're gonna die, everybody's gonna die, everybody's gonna fucking die. And there's just these long drawn out sequences of just almost nothing, just darkness and fucking just breathing. Like it's really crazy, really tense, really well made. I can see why a lot of people flipped out seeing it in IMAX. It was a beautiful film. But yeah, it was definitely it was a fun one to pick up.
Do you know what the best part about that movie was, though?
I saw an IMAX
3D. It was the ex-wife at the very end. She couldn't handle it. She went and threw up. That was the best part.
Wow, it actually made her sick?
Yes, I was like, ha ha!
Damn.
Well, I mean, now I'm like that. Back then, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I got to deal with this.
I apologize, guys. My thing didn't scroll down, so I didn't realize that there's been comments.
There's more talking?
Damn, Naki.
Suncast says, I'm over Flash and Arrow. They're too emo. The past 2 seasons of both shows have been too similar. It's gotten depressing. Chris has responded with Legends is the best live action superhero show right now. Suncast agrees with him. And Suncast says Supergirl's a bit too campy. Still haven't watched it. Not sure there.
Yeah, well, Supergirl to counterbalance the emo Superman, I'm all for campy. I'll take Supergirl any day of the week over the DC movie universe.
So it's closer to the Supergirl movie,
which I'm fine with. It's bright and hope and shiny, which is what fucking Superman and Supergirl should be.
And I do have one
dark
question
emo
about Supergirl.
Shit.
I want to watch the first episode. You guys heard my problem with it. Every fucking second they had to remind you, oh yeah, she's a girl and she can do this, as opposed to Jessica Jones when I can just fucking do this because I'm me. So does it keep doing that stupid shit? It was like, I can do this and I'm a girl. Like, does it do that?
That was pretty much the pilot. That's
the only thing that did that?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, good. Because goddamn, that was what annoyed the shit out of me.
No, she's a female character, but yeah, that wasn't something that was brought up every issue.
I mean, I don't have a problem with a female doing something. It's just that they had to remind you every time she did something. Like, oh, a girl did this? Like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, gotta cut you off because you got 2 minutes. Willie, go.
2 minutes?
Yeah, 2 minutes.
I watched Guardians of the Galaxy for the third time in a third different way. First time was in D-Box. Second time was in a nice little sit-down eating like an Alamo Drafthouse type thing. And last night was an IMAX 3D type thing. Not a true IMAX, but you get the idea. Let me slow this down a bit because I'm going a little too fast here.
You still got 1:30.
I know. Jeez, were we just cutting this out right at noon?
I have to go.
Oh, that's right.
Pay attention, Willie.
I don't. Since I can't afford the expensive jewelry my mom likes for Mother's Day, I got her some tulips, and I'm gonna put them in a nice arrangement with some Seagram's alcoholic beverage because that's what she likes.
Adorable.
It's a personal touch, right?
There you go.
That's all you can ask for.
I mean, other than that, I can't afford that expensive jewelry she likes.
Yeah, that's why all the siblings and I just go in together on one big thing, and we're just like, Happy Mother's Day! We love you. We can't afford shit.
I'm an only child.
I just remember to call. As long as I do that, I'm good.
There you go.
We're good not children. Near you?
She lives one town over.
Oh, really? Technically, my mom lives one town over, even though it's like a 15-minute drive at most.
I got a 45-minute drive. But that's why I have to leave at noon.
And other than that, I saw a shitty movie on Netflix, some horror movie about a windmill. It was stupid as hell.
All right, I think Willie's gone.
Yeah, and dead air.
All right, so on that note, thanks everybody for tuning in live for All Things Good and Nerdy. If you did not tune in live, you can catch us on iTunes, Stitcher, all of that stuff. This is Chris's gab. I don't know what he says at this point. If you want, you can tune in live at live.atgnpodcast.com, go to geeks.live, diamondclub.tv, alphageekradio.com, every Sunday at 10 a.m. Central. So that would be 11 a.m. Eastern and 9 Mountain. 7, 8, 9, 12, 3, 4, 6, something fucking early Mountain Time.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Early.
if you want, you can tune into all of the live shows that are going to be on Gonna Geek. I believe tonight is one at 8 p.m. Central.
You're smooth at this.
This. But for PopX Cast, this is all Chris Gab at this point. I kind of pay attention to what he says. But PopX Cast will be on tonight. Check that out because they're a fun group over there. And check out all the other good things on GonnaGeek.com.
And Game Life Balance US is live right now.
Oh, well, shit.
Quit trying to step on our toes, Game Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call your mamas. Call your mamas.
I want to see my mama mow her yard, bitch.
Thanks for listening to this brand new episode of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. Don't forget, we'll be back next Sunday live at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central over at live.atgnpodcast.com, channel 3 of the Alpha Geek radio app, and over at our network home at gonnageek.com/live. If you have any feedback for the show, please contact us atgnpodcast@gonnageek.com, on our hotline number at 304-806-ATGN, or even better, go to Twitter and send us a message at ATGN Podcast. The music you've heard in this show is produced by Kevin MacLeod and can be found at incompetech.com.